Hi guys, welcome back to Flex Couple. Sorry we were absent again. Just the start of the semester, a lot of stuff going on. We are both officially with our coaches now, so what we're planning to do is this video, and then next weekend we won't be together, so we're both going to do, I know it's really sad, we're going to do 2 separate videos, each on our own to make up for our lack of presence. But yeah, so welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. Today we are talking about just execution in the gym, sort of why it's important to not let yourself adapt and to not stay with the same plan and do the same thing and just go through the motions day in and day out all the time. So I'll let John start off with talking a little bit about that.
All right, so in the gym, you may see them. I see them all the time. They got their little notebook, and they're walking around, and they're like, how many more sets do you have on that machine? Well, I don't mind sharing a machine, but there's just some people that every day in and day out, they're hitting the same exercises and expecting to keep growing and to keep making progress. And yes, there's certain exercises, if you feel it, you stay with it. But I see some people just week in, week out, bench press, a little bit of flies, and a little bit of decline press. They don't switch it up. They don't throw in supersets. They don't throw in drop sets. They don't throw in contraction sets.
Don't change the weights.
Don't change the weights.
That's
do important. The same thing, every single day, and they're not seeing the results they want, and they're coming and asking me, well, why am I not seeing results? Why am I not getting bigger? Well, you keep doing you keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're not going to see results. You're going to hit a plateau, and you're not going to go past that plateau, which is just frustrating for me to see, but I imagine it's even more frustrating for that person. So I'll let Cassie talk a little bit about what she sees.
Yeah, I think as far as weightlifting and cardio, it's really important to change it up, and I have 2 stories regarding that. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a Zumba instructor. I got to the point where I was teaching at 3 locations. I was teaching 8 classes. Yeah, I taught John some moves. Yeah. I was teaching 8 classes a week, and I was maintaining or gaining weight. Like, technically speaking, I should have been losing weight like crazy because of all the calories I was burning, but I was doing like the same songs, the same routines, the same basic type of exercise 8 times a week, and my body adapted. It got to the point where I stopped even sweating when I was doing Zumba. And so it was as soon as I threw in different cardio, and obviously the weightlifting as well, that I started to see a difference. So that can happen with weightlifting or cardio. And then when I started training for my bikini competition several months ago, I found this bodybuilding.com routine from an IFBB Bikini Pro. Loved her shoulders, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this every single day, like every single shoulder day that I have, day in, day out, like, you know, stick to it. And I looked at my progress pictures, because that's very important. Keep progress pictures so you can compare. I looked at my progress pictures after a month, and my shoulders looked the same. And it was because I was doing that same routine, same weights, and same order every shoulder day. And I don't know about you, but I found about my body that I have to constantly change the weights, change the number of reps and the number of sets. If I'm supersetting one exercise, sometimes I'll superset exercise A and exercise B, and then the next week I'll supersize exercise A and exercise C. Like, even my supersets change. So, like, it's just constantly changing what you're doing, because otherwise your body's smart. It's going to figure out what you're doing, and it's going to adapt. So you just have to really continuously change what you're doing if you want to see growth, and that's very important. You want to be consistently inconsistent, if that makes sense, with your workouts. So.
That makes sense, though.
If that makes sense.
Another thing I wanted to touch on is execution of the exercise. Too many guys are worried about the weights and ego lifting, and that's perfectly fine if you're happy with the body you have. But execution is just as important, having that mind-muscle connection that I've talked about in the past. And you can do I can do 25s on each side for a chest incline or chest decline. And if I do it correctly, it will burn. You should make the light stuff look heavy and the heavy stuff look light, is what my coach always tells me, Mel Newman.
Name dropper.
Name dropped. But yeah, it's just the execution and just feeling it in the muscle that you're supposed to feel it. And I see too many people just throwing the weight, I wanted to cuss again, but throw around the weights and just moving it. just weight movers instead of weight feelers.
Yeah.
I think it's deep enough.
Yep. So just make sure when you're going in the gym, you don't necessarily have to go in with a plan. Just make sure that you go in with a plan to do something different than you did last time, if that makes sense. So like when I go into the gym, I know what I'm working that day, but as far as like what exactly I do, that's just, I'll be like, okay, well, I did a drop set, just now, so maybe I'll do a regular set, and then maybe I'll do a super set, so whatever. Yeah, so do you have anything to add?
Nope.
No? Alright. Well, thanks so much again for staying tuned. Follow us on Instagram if you would like. I'm Viva_La_Cassie. That's Prather Nation. Prather Nation. Yeah. So follow us on Instagram. Follow our journeys. As of yesterday, we're both 18 weeks out. So check out our journey to the stage. And if you have any questions, as always, let us know. Until next time, Fit Fam.
Take care.